Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making one of my favorites, tomato soup. This is just one big recipe of all the recipes that I've gathered on TikTok, watching videos. But for this recipe, I have 10 beefsteak tomatoes. And then after you cut them, you want to go ahead and add them to your cookie sheet. Then you want to go ahead and cut up your onion. I personally cut 2 whole onions for this recipe. I cut off the top of 2 cloves of garlic, and I love garlic, so this is my favorite part. Now we're gonna season our tomatoes nicely. I'm using some extra virgin olive oil, and I'm just gonna spread that all over my tomatoes, onions, and garlic. I think that I put more than enough, but I just swish it around to make sure it gets all over my vegetables. As a kid, do you ever remember discussing like the fact that tomatoes are actually fruit? But anyway, so now I'm gonna start seasoning, and first I have my garlic powder. Some cayenne. I love spicy, so I'm gonna be generous on the cayenne. You can use whatever seasonings you think are going to taste good. This is my personal favorite combination. I love me some Old Bay seasoning. I put it on a lot of things now that I think about it. Some paprika. Kinder's salt, pepper, garlic blend. That's the one that I actually put on everything. I put it on my chicken, I put it on steak, I put it in my eggs. Like, I literally use for everything. Got some basil leaves. Usually I also add red pepper flakes, but I didn't have any, so I just used what I had. Go ahead and spread all the seasonings throughout. I'm pretty sure this is well seasoned after all those seasonings I used. Time for the oven. I usually put it in there at 400 for 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, they come out looking like this, nice and roasted. So good. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes before I blend it, I just start eating it just like this. Like, yum. Look at that. Nice and seasoned, ready to go in the blender. You should wait for them to cool down a bit. I was really hungry, so I said fuck it. So go ahead and take your roasted tomatoes, onions, and garlic and throw it in the blender. I also use like the juices right there. This is my favorite part. I love squeezing the garlic out of the clove. I don't know. And you must clean as you go, guys, because then you'll leave a mess afterwards. So I'm just wiping up all the tomato juice that splashed everywhere. I added a few bay leaves. I don't know, I saw somebody on TikTok do it, and that's just how I do it. And now I'm just gonna blend this up as much as I can. It's all blended up. Now I'm gonna pour it through my strainer, and this is where you really put in the work. This is where you get to work. So I do it like this. I know that there's like another way I could do it just to get the skin off and make it easier, but this is how I learned how to do it, so this is how I do it. So I just put a strainer over the pot that I'm going to cook it in, or just, you know, basically warm it up in. Getting all the chunks of the soup out. Oh my gosh, it just looks so good to me just watching it. Sometimes I do like to add some chunks or like keep the chunks if I'm like too lazy, but it just tastes so good when you get all the chunks out and everything. So I'm just adding it as I go, and I'm gonna just keep putting in the work. Like, this part is not easy. Like, you really gotta, you know, my little wrist was hurting. Look at all that I got out. And I think the word that I'm looking for instead of chunks is pulp, like the pulp of the tomatoes. I got a decent amount of soup from those 10 tomatoes. Now we're gonna add some heavy whipping cream. The heavy whipping cream adds a velvety, smooth, thick texture to the soup. Now I cover it for a few minutes so that it could get nice and warm. After warming it up for a while, that is it. Your soup is now complete. 1 bowl of tomato soup, please. I add some basil leaves on top, and then I dig in. Bon appetit. I hope that you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.